Jaycees, countrymen and women, lend me your internet connection. My name is Matt Chastain, and I am fired up to bring you yet another episode of JCTV. Now, I'm fired up not just because I'm excited to be here talking to you good people. That may be true, but the reason I'm extra excited today is I've had the privilege, the honor of spending the last 3 weekends at JC functions. This past weekend at my own state convention here in good old Georgia. The weekend before that at a big local event that raised a lot of money to send kids to 4-H camp. And the weekend before that in good old St. Louis at the National Leadership Academy. More on that in a moment. But I just wanted to begin this week's episode by saying this. It's times like these when we're with other JCs from our community, from our state, from our nation, or around the world that it's easy to get fired up and motivated to get out and change the world, to move mountains. Now we just have to use that motivation as a springboard to make the remaining 11 months of the year count. Excitement makes the vision of our goals clear. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves and turn those visions into reality. Not that enough Tony Robbins rah-rah crap for you. The difference is I'm like a foot shorter than that guy. He's huge. Anyway, let's dive right in. So remember way back before my diatribe of positivity I was telling you about National Leadership Academy? I was there. People, it was awesome. Leadership Academy brought chapters together, chapter presidents from 85 chapters across the country, as well as 3 international guests, 2 chapter presidents from Nigeria and 1 from the Czech Republic. I actually had the chance to speak a little Yoruba to the Nigerian. Yes, folks, I took Nigerian language in college, just because I was kind of a slacker and they don't conjugate verbs in Yoruba. Anyway, these leaders spent 3 days together, gaining the skills necessary to lead their chapters and making positive change in 2013. Highlights included speeches from National President Crystal, JCI World President Chiara Milani, and the inauguration of President Crystal and all the national officers and chapter presidents. You know, in talking about national officers, holding national office is obviously a high honor, right? Now, with big honors come big responsibilities, but it also comes with big opportunities for personal growth, new relationships, and just the fulfillment of big missions accomplished. If you think you are ready to run for a 2014 national office position, and I think you are, I can tell just by looking at you through the internet here, now is the time to file your paperwork with a national office. Positions available in 2014 include National President and National Vice President. Filing forms are on the national website, and elections will be held at the annual meeting in Seattle in June, which I know you're going to attend because it's going to be awesome. Piss, I was just kidding about being able to see you through the internet. Hear that? That would be creepy. Let's just go over here. Okay, so this is exciting. We have with us today JCI President. That means like she's literally the president of the world, folks. The JCI world anyway. And she's also a news reporter in her home country of Italy. President Chiara Milani, thank you so much for being with us today on JCTV.
Thank you for inviting me and for giving me this great opportunity.
So, President Chiara, tell us a little bit about what it means to hold the position of President of Junior Chamber International.
To serve JCI as president is a great honor and a huge responsibility. I really feel the responsibility to represent 200,000 members from more than 100 countries and 5,000 local communities that daily work hard, dare to act, to create positive change.
Well, President Chiara, one of the things I want to ask our guests on JCTV to explain is what positive change really looks like from a local, national, and even an international level. One way of taking positive change from slogan to reality is the active citizenship framework. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that is and what it can do for individual members and chapters?
Yes, I can tell you this, as well as businesses have focused on corporate social responsibility to contribute to the development of the societies where they are acting. We, young active citizens, should focus on individual social responsibility to highlight not only the right, but also the duty to contribute to the development of our communities, starting from our town, our city. And as well as we have business plans for our companies, how can we think not to have a social plan for our community? And this is the JCI Active Citizen Framework. It's a social plan, it's a community plan, it's a roadmap that allows us to create positive change.
Well, it's going to be a big year for you and JCI. President Chiara Milani, thank you so much. I'm hoping I'm doing justice with the beautiful Italian language when I pronounce your name there. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of JCTV.
Thank you, and see you soon in the JCI world.
Hey, how about this week's chapter spotlight? This week in the spotlight are the Brainerd Jaycees, located up in Minnesota. These good folks hosted their 22nd annual $150,000 ice fishing extravaganza this past January. And the name says $150,000 because that's how much money they give away in prizes. Wow. Now, since this event started back in 1990, the project has become the world's largest charitable ice fishing contest. That's kind of what impressed me about the whole thing. And it put Brainerd on the map for winter tourism for an event that generates over $1 million in revenue for area businesses and over $200,000 for area charities every single year. Service to humanity, free enterprise, going hand in hand. I love it. Now, 100% of contest proceeds are donated to over 50 area charities, as we said, and that's an incredible thing. That's positive change. Way to go, Brainerd Jaycees. I've never actually personally been ice fishing, but it's on my bucket list. I know where to go and when to go. Congratulations, guys. So you say you're a JC? Well, guess what, folks? There's an app for that. Yes, now the Jaycees, the U.S. Junior Chamber, has its own app. Members can view their profile, track their progress in the Passport to Civic Leadership program, which is now available, and communicate with state and national officers. Cool stuff. Also available to members is the mission and vision of the association and oath of offices. Now, the mobile app is currently available to Android users. To download, just go to the Google Play Store for Android and search for Jaycees. It's a free app. And Apple now is reviewing the Apple version of the app and nationally expects to receive approval from Apple sometime next month. I promise I'll tell you about it when it hits. Well, my friends, that is just about enough out of me for this edition of JCTV. As always, we appreciate your comments, your concerns, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your lunch orders, anything you want to include. Just share it in the comments section here below this screen. Now, let's get back out there and let's change the world. We'll see you next time.